everybody. Welcome to 3 at 9.
Yes, it's Thursday night. We made it to Thursday, almost Friday.
It certainly is, thank goodness, the longest week in history.
I know, we're
I think
excited.
whenever you have a lot of crazy weather on Sunday, it just makes the whole week a little longer.
Dragging on.
And I know a lot of parents, they were dealing without school, which also makes the week feel very long.
Oh, yes.
So anyways, yes,
We've
we're
been
almost
through it
there.
this week.
We have. And, we start tonight, too, with kind of a big blow to New Britain and really the state.
Yeah.
300 layoffs at Stanley Black & Decker, and that's where they make tape measures. And I was speaking with Dan Haar, who covers business and knows this company in and out very well. He was actually interviewed about it for a documentary recently. And he was saying, it's not going to be, it's not huge to New Britain because they're not really in the situation where like people walk to the factory every day.
Yeah.
People don't necessarily live in New Britain who work there, but it's definitely a big blow to the state. And he said that the phone is replacing tape measures, which I guess that's true. A lot of people use the phone instead of pulling out the tape measure, but I don't. I still use mine.
I'm old school, but I think there's a lot of people who are new school and therefore aren't using it. But they had layoffs a couple years ago too. But just to learn that, they're going to cut in half, 600 to 300 approximately is quite a heavy blow.
Yeah. So Dylan Fearon was on that story today. Let's take that story.
Well, this is devastating for a lot of people in this city. Stanley is a New Britain institution, been here since the mid-1800s. 600 employees in New Britain. We're told 300 jobs will be cut at this facility, which manufactures tape measures.
It's going to hurt us.
Vietnam War veteran Alfred Mayo has lived in New Britain for nearly 40 years. He's witnessed Stanley grow from a traditional hardware manufacturer to global powerhouse while keeping its world headquarters in this city.
They've been here and they part of New Britain. It was built here, and we depend on them to stay. We'll be in pain if they leave.
The company telling Channel 3 tonight, as a result of a structural decline in demand for single-sided tape measures, we have decided to close our facility in New Britain that predominantly makes these products. These products are quickly becoming obsolete in the markets we serve. State Representative Dave DeFranzo says his focus is on the 300 workers losing their jobs. Stanley says employees may be offered positions at other company facilities.
I think if you talk to most people in the city, they have a family member or a grandparent who worked at Stanley Works, and they provided good jobs for a lot of people at quality wages, and so it's certainly a sad day.
Any loss of any jobs, it just continues to hurt our city.
Stanley has not said when this facility will close, but its headquarters, just a couple of miles from here, will remain open. I'm your reporter live in New Britain tonight, Dylan Fearon, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Of course, we'll continue to watch that. The good news there is that the headquarters is staying in Connecticut.
Yes.
This is kind of an interesting story with Luke Hydash. So it's so uncommon for snow to be put into the Thames River because of obvious reasons. It's treated with the salt and the sand. But this time they say they have nowhere else to put it.
I mean, when you look around, I can understand why. I mean, the snow is overloaded right now.
Right. And I don't know when the last time they did this, but I think it's been a minute. So this is Luke Hydash's story about dumping snow in the Thames. I said the Thames. The Thames River.
It's very confusing. I know.
Oh my gosh. Why did I do that?
I always
know
go
how to say it.
I always go back and forth in my head before I have to say it.
Ugh.
And
Thames. Sorry about that. Thames. Okay, here we go.
It's an unorthodox solution to a problem every town has right now: what to do with all this snow. Crews are loading the snow from downtown, dumping it at City Pier, then to its new home in the river. It's a process 10 towns and cities in the state are doing. New London is using 3 different contractors to get the job done, like Solo Industries, where Bobby Maynard works. How many trips have you done today?
I have no idea. Couldn't count.
Too many to count.
Too many to count.
DEP says it's letting this happen to help with flooding, drainage, and keeping the roads clear. When Public Works Director Brian Sear notified DEP the city would be doing this, he had to be specific on the process.
We can say where it came from, when it was moved, and then what was moved here.
Where else is it going to go? I'm okay with that.
Lakeisha Moon Lee owns Flavors of Life, a boutique on Bank Street downtown. That's where crews are focusing now.
The city did an amazing job clearing the roads, and now people can come to the shop very easily.
The snow would melt and wind up in the water one day anyway. Still, DEP calls this process a last resort.
And that was Luke Hydash reporting. On to something interesting. So our chief political reporter, Susan Raff, she looked into this. Apparently, people are coming from other states where it is not 10 cents for a bottle. And they're bringing those bottles over the line to get our Connecticut 10 cents.
I know.
It's very
That's not
annoying.
fair.
No.
We're
not-
paying our 10 cents. Trust me, you see it when you look at your grocery bill. If you get, like seltzers or something, and it's just like it adds up quickly.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I need to be better about returning my bottles because I feel like I just recycle them and then I lose a dollar.
I know.
or
My
$2.
husband, he collects them all and then he brings our girls and then we save it for something fun.
Oh, that's great.
So
I
it
love
takes
that.
a while for it to add up, but
Yes, but
we had a
still.
couple $100 after doing it for a while.
Wow.
And then we went out to dinner. So
There you go. And that's fun.
I know.
All right,
You feel
so
like it's free.
so
Even though you really paid for it.
That's true. But these New Yorkers, they are not allowed to take our money. So Susan Raff looked into this issue today.
When it comes to Connecticut's recycling program, there is abuse. We are told that businesses throughout the state are losing millions of dollars because New Yorkers are coming in and cashing in on Connecticut's deposits. If you return a bottle or can in Connecticut, you get 10 cents back. But in neighboring New York, the deposit is only 5 cents, and they are coming to Connecticut to cash in. Connecticut lawmakers are now voting on a bill that would raise fines on those coming from out of state to cash in. Redemption centers and wholesalers are taking those bottles and cans back, but they're losing a lot of money because the state only gives a percentage of what they take in, and there's a cap. Bob Hanna and Lynn Little own a redemption center in New Milford. They say higher fines are okay, but they found a solution on their own. They require identification.
We have turned away about 40 people that were unable to provide proof of residency and or had an out-of-state license plate on their car when they came in. As soon as that, to us, is a red flag, obviously.
Bob and Lynn say another solution would be to make manufacturers have a certain barcode on their product, which would make them unique from state to state. That's something that Coca-Cola does. However, some of these smaller companies may not be able to afford that. Your chief political reporter, Susan Raff, Channel 3 at the state capitol.
So yeah, we'll see if they make any progress on that. Good news.
Yes,
I
we
got
love our good news. We need some good news.
All right, the Red Sox, you can now watch
Yes.
them
How
on
cool
the
is
wax,
that?
which is very, very cool. So spring training games will be aired on the wax, and you can check it out this Saturday when the Red Sox play the Minnesota Twins. So yeah,
And this is
it's very
free.
exciting.
It's
Yes.
the only place you'll be able to watch this spring training game. And I think I heard Mark Dixon say earlier it's going to be 80 degrees in Florida where they're playing. So,
Sounds so
you can
nice.
watch and look at the palm trees. And
Yes.
envision yourself there. And then don't look outside your window and see all the snow.
Yeah, no. Just focus on that nice warm weather. Just pretend you're there and root for the Red Sox. We will have more of these spring training games on the wax throughout the season. So make sure you stick with us and we'll, of course, let you know which games we will be airing. Also,
Yes.
another game we have to talk about, the Yukon women.
Yeah, what'd they win by?
Oh my goodness, a lot.
So
think
I
it was
should know this.
I know, me too, because I know they were up by 23 at the half.
My family was there because I just got, hi, Mama, I love you very much. I want to see you. We just got back from the basketball game.
Oh.
So we did have a pregame show at
Well,
6:30.
ask Ireland what the score was.
I know. Let's see here. Yukon women's. I was looking at half. 84-52 is the final.
Wow.
Huskies beating the Hoyas.
No surprise. They are so dominant. so
Undefeated.
good.
This was
Sarah
their
Strong just won an
30th
award
straight
because
win.
she's so good.
Yes.
So it's
Big
really
East
cool.
Player of the Week.
Yeah.
So yeah, the accolades keep coming and well deserved.
I mean, no surprise. They're incredible.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right. I don't even remember them being this dominant like throughout a season before. I don't know. Maybe I'm just.
They have. They
sure they
had.
have,
Yeah.
but-
When there were a couple of teams when Stewie, one of the players, was there.
Okay.
She won all 4 years, if I'm not mistaken, national championships, and they were undefeated, I think, for 3 of those years.
Wow.
Don't quote me on that. But yeah, they were
Incredible.
They've been very, very good. But yeah, I mean, they're back to those legacy teams that are dominating.
I don't think I've ever been that good at anything.
I know. I don't know how they do it. Honestly, they're like machines.
I know,
They're
it's
so good.
All right, so that is our good news, and we hope you're having a good night.
Yes.
And we appreciate you watching. I'll see you at 10.
I will see you at 11.
Perfect. Goodbye. Let me leave you with spring training so you can remember to watch.